Hello. So in the last video, we had a particular career in mind, which we looked at rehabilitation counselors. And so I gave you some guidance on what websites to search if you have a particular career in mind to find out what kind of education you need, what kind of skills you need, what kind of outlook that job has, what kind of money it makes. But maybe you have no clue. Which actually was me when I came to community college. I had no clue what I wanted to do, and yeah, an interest profiler probably would have been helpful to me. Fortunately, I did figure it out after the second semester in school. But your first week assignments included the interest profiler on California Career Zone, so I've pulled mine up, and you see I got my Holland or code or RIASEC code. So I got conventional, social, and artistic. Those were my top 3 interests. And so here I can click to view occupations. And so job zone basically just means the level of preparation that you need to enter a particular field. So based on the interest profiler, they've given me 12 results. But as you can see here under salary, it's filtering between 10,000 and 160,000. And well, 10,000 is not enough for me. So let's say we're going to start with 33,000 to 160,000 and change the filter. And now we have 6 results. And so costume attendance comes up, I think, because, I enjoy doing artistic things. That I did not choose to do that for career. We have a lot of more social fields that came up. And so we'll look at training and development specialists, for example. So it's going to give you here a lot of information, kind of like what you saw in the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And you can always take this and, copy paste it into the search bar of Bureau of Labor Statistics website. And here it will give you the breakdown from their occupational outlook handbook. And it actually looks like a pretty good salary for this and a pretty good outlook. And it will also tell you, in addition to interest and work values, other names that you can search for this type of career, like corporate trainer, job training specialist. It will tell you what industries you will find jobs like this. So you can search by industry. Remember, that was on O-Net Online as well. If we go to My Next Move, we can search by industry. So insurance carriers, finance and insurance. We could browse under industry and look for jobs in this particular field. Here are some related occupations, so you can expand your search, including child, family, and school social workers, which I did go to school for social work. So the assessment is fairly accurate. And then you can also do an interest profiler on My Next Move. Remember, this is related to O-Net Online. It's all part of their website. I got the same score: artistic, social, and conventional. And so I've chosen Job Zone 3, medium preparation needed. Actually, let's just go little or no preparation, or some preparation. Let's say you're just getting out of community college. What can you immediately look to be doing that's going to match up with your interests? And things that come up for me: child care workers, nannies, psychiatric aides, again, costume attendants, personal care aides, home health aides. And if I want to find more careers, I can also search just by area of interest. So if I wanted to search by social, which is my highest scoring area of interest, now it's going to give me some other possibilities. Dietetic technicians, and remember it's the job zone. Job zone is 2. Funeral attendant, home health aide. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind doing that kind of work. I think I would enjoy doing that kind of work. And home health aide you can do with a, oh, I actually didn't mean to click on that. You can actually do with a certification after taking about 2 or 3 classes. And then if you change the job zone, medium job preparation, now we see nurses, dental hygienists, eligibility interviewers, and if you're looking to go for a graduate degree, all the way up to graduate degree level, you'll now see some more options because they require a high level of job preparation, such as school social workers comes up, adult basic ed. And job zone 5, you start to see advanced practice nursing, teachers, post-secondary anthropology, where you need a professional degree. Let's look at the MBTI, which was the other assessment that you did. So, and actually I have mine saved. Remember, I saved mine. So mine was ISFP. But if you didn't save it and you don't want to take the test again, but you have your screenshot from the assessment that you did, you could even just go back to the Human Metrics website, click on the 16 personality types, click on ISFP, and you'll find information about your personality type. So here, again, visual arts media comes up, social services, customer service, healthcare. So both of these assessments seem to match in terms of the job or career suggestions that they provided, and they actually are pretty much in alignment with what I've chosen to do, where I chose to go with my education. Because you see all of the social services, and I did choose to get my bachelor's in human services and my master's in social work, and then work in higher education in the counseling department. So the assessments were pretty much in alignment. And so again, once you have got some direction now based on your interests, you kind of feel like, oh yes, okay, these are the career choices that have been suggested for me based on my personality type and my interests, and these are the ones that really resonate with me the most. Then you can now go and search on a website like O-Net Online or the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and then search, drill down your search based on the suggestions that they've given here. So say, for example, social services, we'll go with early childhood education, for example, that they're suggesting here. Or, let me pick, let me go back here. Okay. We could go by industry. So I'll choose education because that is in alignment with my personality assessment and my interests code. And I will see a lot of options that come up in this particular industry. Lots and lots of options to search and choose from. So we went from not knowing what we want to do to taking 2 assessments, the Holland Code or RIASEC, the Interest Profiler, and the MBTI, and we've gotten some guidance on specific jobs or also industries, job industries. that are in alignment with our interests and our personality. And now we can use the other resources to then go searching for options and get more detailed information, particularly about what kinds of education we would need in order to get a job like a social work teacher, for example, post-secondary. And so here we know we're going to need a doctoral or master's degree. And social work teacher, you're pretty much going to need a master's in social work to do that. But you can get more information about this particular job by searching more on the Bureau of Labor Statistics and O-Net online. Okay, so we have a little bit of time left before a screencast kicks me off. So maybe we didn't do a personality assessment in order to plan what kind of associate's degree or bachelor's degree pathway we wanted to follow, or maybe we didn't have a particular career in mind and plan based on that. Maybe we already have an associate's degree or we're almost finished with an associate's degree and we want to know, or we're just interested in a particular area of study, not a particular career. Then we can go to some of the websites that are listed on this module. myplan.com is one that I gave you as a resource. The University of California, Berkeley Career Center, and so the CSULB. What Can I Career Center's website. And so let's just say we just want to go by what we're interested in studying. Let's say I am really interested in studying, let's pick one, anthropology. I am really interested in studying anthropology. What can I do with an anthropology major? I'm not really worried about a particular career or what my personality type says. I just really want to study anthropology. What can I do with that major? Okay. So obviously you can be an anthropologist, an archaeologist, a compliance manager, a regulatory affairs manager. And so a lot of times people just think, well, you're going to be an anthropology major. What are you going to do? Teach anthropology? Well, yes, you could. But there are other things that you can do with that particular major. Lots of things, actually. You could be a curator, a compensation and benefits manager. In fact, once upon a time, anthropologists could work as social workers. And the criteria has since changed within the industry, but that's actually how versatile the degree is, and just an example of the kinds of transferable skills that you can gain by majoring in this particular major. So again, see, you can be a regulatory affairs specialist, a fraud examiner, investigators, and analyst. And then again, from here, we know we can go back to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. We can go back to O-Net online. We can search, keyword search for these particular careers. We can search for the industries. And you can also, you have other websites as well. What can I do with a major in history, for example? And so here, I mean, this is really nice. I actually like the way they've organized the information because they're giving you an industry. They're telling you what kinds of employers will employ individuals with this major. And so please explore, have fun exploring, and use this to prepare your discussion post that we will be having in week 7. And that's our time. I hope you found this